They will build houses and churches with blooming gardens next to it, and they will treat it as spiritual places also. So this is what my Pecha Kucha is about. And because for every Ukrainian, their house is so special and so spiritual and goes for generations, I will be mostly referring to it as Ukrainian home, not just the house. So you see a typical Ukrainian family in their household with blooming gardens, with kids and everything. So, the history of the Ukrainian home started over 5,000 years ago with the Tupilian culture that was occupying the central part of modern Ukraine, and their homes were built in a circular fashion. And they also had these weird, beautiful ornaments on all of their homes, and also homes were made out of clay and wood. And we think that these ornaments have something to do with the agricultural activities that they were performing all the time. So they would depict those activities actually on their homes. And next I'm going to jump back several centuries later to Kievan Rus, which was in 9th through 9th, 13th century, which was the first state to rise among Slavs. It was the biggest state in Middle Eastern Europe. And so the housing that was prevalent in that state actually impacted the design of homes, of Ukrainian homes, centuries ahead and even to this day. So you can see similar elements from houses from the 11th century, 16th, 17th century, and even through the 19th and 20th century. And even in the village that I grew up in, I could see still some of the similar elements. So, as I was saying, the Ukrainian home has a lot of spirituality and symbolism, and it symbolizes the family tree with, this would be the top of the tree, and the walls would be like the middle of the tree, and there's also the stellar that is the roots of the tree. And so you will find a lot of tree symbolism in embroidery inside of the Ukrainian home, on the embroidered towels, on the embroidered tablecloth, on embroidered seating pad, and there's just so much about embroidery in Ukrainian culture that we could have a season of Pecha Kuchas about Ukrainian embroidery. And this is embroidery here, embroidery with my friends, and this is the trendy fashion show in Paris or somewhere where embroidery has become very popular. And so this is jumping next to the important spiritual elements inside of the house, and this is the peach, which is the oven, for the lack of the better word, where Ukrainians used to cook, dehydrate vegetables, store all of their dishes, and sleep. Because sleep here in the cold part of the winter. And some families went even further, and so they would decorate their peaches ovens in this way to demonstrate that there is a girl in the house, in the home, that's old enough to get married. And so everybody would visit, and they would know that you could send proposal representatives to the home. And the next important spiritual element is pokut, or the holy corner, and that's the corner across from peach, where Ukrainians keep their images of the saints. And of course, there's embroidered towels all over the place and embroidered tablecloth. And this was a place for, as well as for social gatherings. You could see a kitchen table located in the corner. And here on top a little bit, you can see the image of the saint with the towel and the beautiful Ukrainian girl probably getting ready to get married or something, you're waiting. And so the kitchen tables could also be located in other part of the house, symbolizing the kitchen. And the kitchen was the third important spiritual place of the Ukrainian home, symbolizing the connection between food and body, which for Ukrainians is very, very important. And for food is also very decorated. And in general, Ukrainian home is very much part of any social gathering, from weddings, funerals, proposals, to just family dinners. And you could see it in many of the paintings from 19th or 18th centuries. And you could see the bride with her girlfriends getting ready for the wedding. And this is the peach, this is the pokut, this is the kitchen table, and I just wanted to mention another very great tradition for proposal ceremony, which is on the next slide, where when the guy is sending proposal representatives to the girl's home, when they come out with bread and an embroidered towel, it means that she said yes, but if she said no, they come out with a pumpkin.
She's looking kind of skeptical there.
They do, these proposal representatives are desperate. And so in this case, when she said yes, you can see the wedding and a lot of cheer, which is part of Ukrainian culture, and everyone's wearing embroidered shirts, and there is a tree, and there is dancing, and there is image of the saint, and there is just a lot of cheer and happiness, which is part of Ukrainian culture. And this is the place where I grew up in, with the blooming garden and colorful walls, and my grandma when she was still there, and just waiting at us. And I want to say you can have a lot of houses, but you can only have one home.